Some of my favorite scriptures in the Old Testament are the scriptures found in the wilderness. Because I think we resonate so much with those experiences of the Hebrew people finding themselves in unfamiliar places, not knowing the songs to sing, not knowing what is yet to come around them, being in the thick of lostness and not quite sure when the pathway is going to be made clear again. And I find myself resonating with those scriptures even more through these COVID days. And yet another part of those scriptures is the way God provides in the wilderness, whether it's a pillar of light or manna from heaven or a prophet's voice that brings clarity and direction, even in a time when things feel so unfamiliar and even sometimes so frightening. I am so grateful for the resilience of this congregation and our staff for all the ways that we have sought God's presence, in the ways we've connected and worshiped and continued to serve in ministry through these COVID days. And I'm amazed at the resilience and willingness of the congregation and staff to pivot through these days and trying to understand how to remain steadfast in our mission to connect with God and one another, to remain steadfast in our commitment to keep our staff employed, and to remain steadfast in our commitment to fulfilling our mission as a church as we continue to serve and worship and grow in faith with one another. And so today is yet another reminder of that pivoting work that we're doing as we look at the cooler weather and as we consider how we're going to worship in a safe way, in a healthy way as we go into these winter months. So starting November 8th, Sunday, November 8th, all the way until February 14th, we have another cycle or season of decisions that need to be made around the ways that we gather for worship in healthy and safe ways, even as the COVID numbers seem to be rising in our community again, and even as we continue to rely on the resources of our state and county and federal leaders that are helping us understand our best response to being safe and healthy and connected through COVID. So starting on Sunday, November 8th, we will be returning back to our pre-recorded worship services, which means that we will have an excellent worship experience uploaded and available at 8 a.m. every Sunday morning. In that recorded service will be a continued responsiveness to keeping things fresh, to keeping things unique, and continuing to involve more and more folks from our congregation in the leadership and in the presentation and production of worship. That's a word of feedback we've gotten from so many in the congregation, is we love how we're staying connected through worship experiences online. We love how we're able to celebrate the breadth of all the ages in our community as we see one another in worship, as they sing for us, or as they do a drama, or prepare different parts of worship as readers. And of course, this is going to become even more important as we try to carry on with some of the traditions of the church as we move into the Advent season leading up to Christmas. You'll want to be listening carefully to what Reverend Megan and Melissa, our Director of Children and Families Ministries, will tell you also on this video about how we'll remain connected. But in that Advent season, as we're able to continue some of our traditions and transplant them in new ways, it is our hope that beginning the week of December 17th all the way through Christmas Eve on December 24th, we hope to be able to provide 8 small group worship experiences with candlelight and Christmas and communion in our sanctuary by reservation. What that means is that every evening leading from December 17th to 24th, you'll be learning about how you can make reservations with your household to be a part of a small group worship experience with Christmas candlelight and communion in our church building. Of course, while we hope that we can make that happen, it is all contingent on what our county and state health officials are telling us about in-person gatherings at that point. And we simply don't understand all of the nuances that COVID may bring this winter. And yet we are planning for that potential. And if in fact that's not possible, of course we'll be alerting you as well about other ways that will connect in unique ways, even in this COVID wilderness, to continue to be strengthened as a community of faith, to continue to live out our witness and mission in our community, and to continue to be connected with God and one another. I invite you in this season when it's going to get a lot more dark, a lot earlier, in this season that might feel like yet another wave of wilderness, to search and find those ways that God is still showing up in one another, in the light that breaks through the company that we keep, whether it's online or in person with people we love, as it breaks through with the efforts that our church and community is making to be sure that we are safe and well and healthy, in the ways that God will continue to break through and meet us again on Christmas morning with not only the good news of God's birth, but God's sustaining presence and grace with us every day. Thanks be to God.
Hey, Megan.
Yeah?
I have all this candy. What should I do with it?
Oh my gosh, I think we need to find a way to get together and hand some of it out.
Well, what if we wear our costumes and we do a Halloween treat walk on October 31st? I think that's when we'll do it. At 4:30 to 5:30, we'll do a Halloween treat walk. So just show up and wear your mask, whether it's part of your costume or not, and walk through and get some candy and maybe some other things, and maybe take a photo. We'll have a place where you can take your picture. That will be great. So join us October 31st, 4:30 to 5:30 for the Halloween treat walk. And what about, we have Sunday school the next day, November 1st. I think we should have a costume party. So you can wear your costume to bed or not, but make sure if you come to Sunday school on November 1st that you wear your costume. I'm gonna wear mine.
Man, Melissa, I have some work to do. I gotta find a costume. I don't know what I'm even gonna wear.
You can borrow these.
Oh, good. I feel very underdressed. Excellent. Well, I hope everybody joins us on the 31st and comes out to get some candy, and that we get to get on some Zooms and see all of your awesome costumes during our Sunday school that morning. We actually have a lot of things coming up in the next few weeks, and we wanted to be sure that everybody knows about all the things that are going on. We are looking forward to our Thanksgiving baskets with Faith in Action, and they're going to give you more information about it, but we just wanted to remind you that even with things looking a little bit different, we have an opportunity to be involved in this outreach that we do every single year, and we want everybody to be a part of that. So if you want to get involved, please be sure to reach out to Faith in Action, watch our e-blasts and our newsletter so that you can fill out and be a part of that awesome ministry. Also, starting on November 8th, our Kaleidoscope Bible Study class, which usually happens in the morning on Sundays, is still happening. It's happening online. So if you'd like to join them starting November 8th at 9 a.m., we'll have Zoom information available, and it'll be both online and you can get it in our e-blast each week, because we want to make sure everybody has a chance to be a part of the different studies that are going on. And Melissa, as we get ready for Advent, which is coming at the end of November on the 29th, we will have an opportunity for there to be more adult classes. Yeah, so there will be chances to join online for an Advent study, to gather with Pastor Amy. So watch as our communications department has some opportunities to tell you more about all of those. Lastly, I wanted to mention that Marcia Cantor and our UMW group is going to be doing a whole practice around creating a different kind of Christmas, but to get ready for the Christmas season. So those classes are going to be on Saturdays in November, starting on the 7th. And so if you'd like more information about how you could practice a different kind of Christmas this year, go ahead and reach out and watch for information from Marcia Cantor, or contact the church office, because they'll be able to give you more information there too.
Is that class going to be on Zoom?
That class is on Zoom. Most of our opportunities to gather are going to be online right now as we watch and listen to the county and the state and the governor's office about what's going on. We're seeing a lot of rising numbers around their COVID cases, so we're looking for safe and healthy ways for us to gather even as we enter this winter season.
Excellent. Lastly, I wanted to remind all the kids out there that we still are doing Zoom, remember, at 12:30, 1:30, and 2:30. So watch for those emails, parents, and get those links so you can join us on Sundays.
We're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow at the Halloween Treat Walk. Hope you have your costumes ready.